Hey guys, how you doing? Me, I'm sort of recovering a little bit. I didn't really have much planned to do today, so I decided I wanted to randomly make this video. It has nothing to do with the next reaction or anything like that, so you're just watching a random video of me. So, today was the last day for my Xbox and my unfortunate last piece of my dad's stuff in my room. Although then again, I also have some frames or some pictures up near my shelves, but I don't know. But I guess it'll count. I guess I don't know. But yeah, around 12 years or 15 around there. I used to own an Xbox here in my room. I used to play it a lot. Made plenty of games, have fun time with playing with some of my old friends. And now the journey has ended, looks like. I was thinking of eventually maybe I could go back and play it again, but I know the fact that I have to eventually leave it some point in the future, so I had to get it off my chest. It was either between my Xbox and my PlayStation. I was thinking of adding my PlayStation because it was obviously the easiest option. But unfortunately, there's a few problems. My Xbox had a little problem with its wires. I one day was about to play Xbox and suddenly realized that all my Xbox wires, except for one, was plugged in, and I don't plug it off ever. No one does unless they borrow it, and I don't know what happened that day, but something or someone took it, and I couldn't play Xbox because of it. I couldn't turn it on. I couldn't do anything. So it was just sitting there. I wanted to play it again for a fun time, old sake, but it looks like it's never gonna happen. Then I had my dad's computer on my side. I used to have it all. I just had it here and there, for old memories, because this was the last thing of my dad's stuff in my room. I used to help my dad um with um with him, helping with his little stuff. I could say I'm not sure if I should say specifically gonna ask what exactly he's been doing or what he does, but let's just say I need to help with him with some money problem or money situation. So I had to be his button masher, and he had to click on the screen because he had some bad eyesight. He couldn't really see back, so he had to rely on his the old computer, the one I used to actually game a lot back. That was actually my original gaming my gaming computer, but eventually it was too laggy and couldn't rely on it too much anymore. And now it just there's nothing there. It's just, what do I do now? I would just, I don't know. I can't really show you guys it, but let me just, there's a, hold on. It's in here. Look, in here, there is a, there's supposed to be my old dad's computer. In here, there's a little room here. You can, and I'm not gonna drag my face cam, and my other face cam keeps falling down. I need some new silver tape or something. Anyways, now I'm just don't know how the future's gonna end up now. I asked you guys in a poll. I asked you guys. Excuse me. I asked you guys if you have ever had to sell something very precious and important to you in order to keep living your own homes. And 75% of it people said, yeah, I had to sell a few stuff and took me a few months to move on. And that tells me that a lot of people have had a lot of experience with things they like in their life. You know, they just wanted to keep it forever, but money is money. It's very boring and it's disgusting, but people need that to survive nowadays, so it's nothing we can really do about it. It just sucks because I really wish money wasn't really that useful for us. But at last, once you need money, you need money. So I had to make a decision. My mom and everyone had the little situation where they had to decide on selling some stuff. I had to sell some stuff. I looked around my room. I was thinking, what could I not need? I mean, I was looking around and I saw some stuff I could sell for helping my family. And one of them is the, not sure if anyone noticed it, but if you look in the back, there was a Pennywise in the back, but now it's just a mushroom. So now it's there. I usually like to just like to scare Rocky a little bit with it. He doesn't like that mushroom. I don't know why. And I also put my little Squirtle, this little Squirtle plushie, which weird enough, because I usually I found this little Squirtle plush toy, and oh my gosh, what's going on here? Wait, what the? Okay, that's just weird. Why is it? It's a shell. Why is it doing? I don't know. Anyway, so I found outside where someone probably didn't like it, but yeah. Sorry about that. Moving on. I have a question for y'all. What was your most important, most precious thing you ever had, but you had to sell it for your family's sake? Let me know in the comments if you feel like want to share it. So yeah. You know, normally I don't make these, like I said, these videos. I normally do it anyways. But I wanted to share with y'all some stuff, you know, about my just some stuff about me, you know. I don't usually make videos about myself, but here I am. Man, I was young back then. I really enjoyed playing that Xbox. You know, I actually never really played my PlayStation almost ever, you know. That's the weird thing. And you know what? My PlayStation was just there because I didn't have nothing else to really play because there wasn't much I could do with it until my computer just broke and I had to I couldn't really play on the computer, make any videos, and You know, it was back when I had to do my little Precure reactions back then. So, yeah, I didn't have much to play, so I just went to my PlayStation, randomly wanted to see any free games, and I did pick Genshin Impact because there wasn't much any other games that were available back then, and there wasn't much anything interesting that wasn't free. I didn't have online back then, so I didn't rely too much about that. So yeah. But seriously, games are evolving, and I'm already here. You know, it reminds me a lot back in time when I started to enjoy a lot of some old games. You know what? Let's make this a little fun little story for y'all. Back when I actually was as a child, literally, I used to play something called a. Well, let me just make sure if I see what it's called. I have it right next to me. A Buzz Junior, and those things were kind of old, but still pretty fun for your family to play. And you know what? I'm gonna decide to share with y'all some of those screenshots that I'm gonna show you on the screen here. Just a second. And here we are. Now, back in the day, there were 4 versions of these Buzz Juniors that my family used to play. Most of them are nostalgic, and some of them are just very, very old, and most people even don't even remember these games ever. Now, one of my personally favorite back in the day was Monster Rumble. And now, actually, yeah, let's start. Now, Monster Rumble was basically the game where you select, you can either choose one of the 4 color schemes, and even you can choose one of the shapes of the characters. Now, you can choose, obviously, you use the certain buzzer, and you have the certain color of the characters, like you choose which, like, character you want to be. You got blue, orange, green, and a yellow. I think back, if I remember, I think I was always blue. My brother was orange. My dad was green, and my mom was yellow as a character. And this game is about just trying to be the best, just the best player. Just be the best player to win the game. Um, so this game is about choosing the right buzzer. Click on how the mini game works. You have a selection of 4 colors and then the buzzer, and that's it. Monster Rumble was certainly my favorite. Pretty much back in the day. I don't know which game was my favorite out of them, but let me see if I can search. Um, and there are, like I said, there were 4 versions of this game, and I actually really enjoyed playing this game because I mean, literally, this is nostalgic, obviously, so it was pretty fun. Um, let's see here if I know which one is which. I think this one's called, oh yeah, Barrel Rolling. That's the game I like the most about it, pretty sure. I think. Or it could be Sewer Flush. I don't know. It could be anything. Anyway, that was Monster Rumble, and now let's jump into the next one. The next one is Buzzer Jr. Robo Jam. And this is similar to the last one, except for your robots. This one was also a pretty solitary of the similar to the obviously the Monster Rumble, but it's obviously, like I said, it's just robots. Now all the games are similarity mechanics. It's the same thing. It's just different versions of where you play it. It could be you could play as some monsters, robots. I'll say the other 2 after this one explaining, but I still had quite a fun experience playing this one. It's not one of my considerable favorite, but actually it's my I think it was my brother's favorite out of the 4 selection. Um, Now this one was not bad. I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't consider it one of my favorites. Pretty sure my second favorite. um, and obviously you have blue, orange, green, and yellow. My favorite game from this game, I could be wrong. Let me just quickly check if I remember the game. I could be wrong. It was Octobeat. Now that was one of my favorite games on the RoboJam. And again, this one is pretty fun. It has some pretty nice mini games. Not terrible. I don't say it's one of the worst. And there are some that are just okay, and there was one that is like, bruh. I can't even remember. I think I don't want to remember it, but then again, I have to now. But still, this one was pretty nice. Next. The next one is Buzz Jr. Dino Den, and okay. This one was certainly something of a special. It was questionably fun, but not the worst thing in the world. This one you play as dinosaurs instead of monsters or robots, and Dino Den was an average version of the other two, of the Buzz Jr. It wasn't. It was pretty solid. I could be wrong, but I think this one was like an okay between fan favorite between all of us. Not everyone's favorite was this. I think it was. I don't think no one actually favoritized this one. Even though dinosaurs are dinosaurs, but I don't think no one had a fan favorite liking this one. So yeah. Now this one, I don't know which one was my favorite of them. Um, I'm going to choose. If I have to choose one of them, hold on. Let me just see if I can. Let's see here. I'm just gonna quickly check which one was it. I think it was Swinging Cliff Climb. I could be that wrong actually. Or it was All You Can Eat. I think it was one of them. That was my favorite Dino Den game. Um, but yeah, it was an alright. Like I said, it was an alright game. Not my personally favorite, but still fun. Still nonetheless. All right, let's jump into the final one. And yeah. And finally, we got Buzz Jr. Jungle Party. And this one, I think this one was my mom's favorite out of the 4, and I can definitely agree why. Now, this one you just play as a bunch of monkeys, colored monkeys. Not sure how it makes sense, but it just makes sense. Um, the Jungle Party, it's not awful. Although the texture in the game looks quite bad, but not necessarily awful. It's certainly just needed some graphics changes, a little bit of an upgrade. But besides that, it's an okay game. It's okay. I don't hate it. Just I just think it was needed some more stuff. Anyways, my favorite game, I'm going to choose Rain Dance. I think that's the game, I think. Or the Odd on Out. That's all I can say. Um But which one was your favorite out of these four games that you were actually, even if you play this game? Like, do you guys actually play any of these games? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, there were a lot of fun games back then, and this was very old then. But of course, as time goes by, you don't really get to play these games forever. And of course, I grow up tired of it, and you know, that was pretty much the Buzz Junior games. Then our friend, actually, I think I talked about my mom about it, and she's been interested, wanted to revisit this game and try it again for everyone's sake. But it's kind of complicated because we're already having problems with which room we would put it even. And I already have I don't think I want more stuff already. I mean, I got already get rid of an Xbox, so I don't know if I don't want to re-add another console game just to throw it away. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a complicated to decide whether if I should add one or not. So anyways, besides that, that was the Buzz Junior games, and there was those games. Now the next few games I played when I was younger, I played some okay games. There were just the Nintendo shiny hunting game, just the games, but they were not necessarily maybe happy until I got some Pokemon information that there were some games that are going to be added in the new Wii games, and I actually wanted to see what this Wii game was about. And you know what was crazy about it? My school, my very old school, literally. I feel like I earned that little pun there. But yeah, it turns out to my school, I actually used to own a Wii game, and I wanted to get my own one. And there were some pretty solid games I used to play in the Wii games, especially Mario Kart. The original Mario Kart was pretty fun. It was pretty okay. Then I actually played some other games that were pretty sure were there. No, actually no. There was no Wii other games besides Mario Kart. So I think it was one of our teachers had it there. So he borrowed it. He brought it from his home, pretty sure. So yeah. And then I started to wanted to buy my own Wii game, and I started to play some also fun games, including some Pokemon Wii games. Now there was a lot of selection of Wii games I could play on, but there weren't many very valuable Wii games that I actually had an interest of playing. So I just decided to play some Pokemon games because Pokemon was a big hit, and I wish the Pokemon company could make some of these games back, like bring back some of the old-fashioned games and not just what we're getting now. It's just kind of just lazy around, but I don't know. In my opinion, I don't know. I just don't understand if Pokemon games are like. I actually have a question. Is Pokemon dying? Let me know. Comments below. Because right now I haven't really been interested of its recent few games like Sword and Shield, Pokemon Z A, or just Z in general. I'm just gonna make it short, or some of the DLCs and stuff. I don't know if I've really been liking it, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the Pokemon Window Wave, just because I'm not sure if I'm fully liking the whole idea of. I don't know. I just don't like it. I generally don't know if I'm gonna like it. But anyways, but this is one of the few old games I used to play. Was Pokemon or PokePark Wii. Excuse me, also to completely talk about something else during this little something completely else. But this game was pretty relaxing. It has a bunch of side quests, a bunch of fun games you could become. You could become certain Pokemon to play as. You are mainly a Pikachu, and then you can just do a bunch of tasks. And you can race, you can do mini games, and some other stuff randomly. You can get friends, make friends, and then you could make friend requests with some other Pokemon. You could even become like legendary Pokemons and stuff. Okay, maybe this game wasn't really that fun back then. Or actually, it was a fun a little bit back then, but there weren't many games I could have really played because there wasn't really that many creative games for me to play because I didn't have any hobbies. So yeah, that was pretty much all the reason I could only play Pokemon because Pokemon was really the only game I could really play in the back in the day. But besides that, this was one of a few things. But besides that, there was another Poke Park that shined my eyes on it. And it was Poke Park 2 Wonders Beyond. And this one was actually a lot more enjoyable because I could enjoy the game. Not only that, I can also, play as some of the selectable Unova Pokemon. I think they are Unova. Are they Unova? Are they Unova, guys? Actually, let me just look it up. Pokemon I think they are. Yeah, they're Unova. Okay. I'm just making sure. Now, you get to be Pikachu as the beginning Pokemon, and as your journey continue, you get your few teammates and your partners and teammates basically from Oshawott to Snivy, and then you get Tepig. And yeah, there were some. It's an alright game. Um, you can make friends. You can do side quests. You can just make as much friends as possible, and you can even fight legendaries. Do a bunch of mini tasks. It's pretty relaxing, and once you get the use of the game, it's kind of enjoyable. I mean, I got to make quite a few friend quests in my in the game. I wish I could go back and play this game again. I think I used to actually own this copy or this Wii console. This just in general this game actually. I think I used to have it in my room, but I think I might have got rid of it. Wish I had it. Still sucks. But besides that, it still was pretty relaxing and fun actually. And let me tell you guys, one of my favorite things to play was what's it called, the Coliseum where you fight a bunch of random Pokemon. Yeah, that was one of my few favorite things. It was a little bit irritating, but once you can handle some of the Pokemon, it's pretty easy to handle it. So it's pretty nice. And then after that, Pokemon wasn't really it didn't certainly grow up too much on me, but there were a few that were pretty interesting, including Pokemon Revolution. Now this game was quite content likely, and I actually had this game a very long time. Now, I don't know when I started playing this game, but this one was a phenomenal Pokemon fan game. I heard a lot of people disliked it quite a lot. I don't understand why people think it's an horrible game. I don't understand why people think it's a bad game in general. It looks amazing. The animations are not terrible, but they're pretty okay. Actually, they're pretty incredible. What am I talking about? They're great. And then you can select you can basically shiny hunt in this game as long as you have the right console. Pretty sure. You can send your Pokemon from your DS to the Wii itself, and then you can basically battle a bunch of random players, and it was pretty enjoyable. One of my personally favorite were the randomizer selection. I'm pretty sure. I think it was one of them that you could randomize a Pokemon team. And then you have one that you can like. I think you can. I think I remember you can just like pinpoint the Pokemon team you go for. Like you can just like you just like throw a little Pokeball in a wheel, and then you just select a bunch of either yours or the opponent's team. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Um, I got pretty close to beating the game. I think I just couldn't beat the last one in general. It just his the last the guy swallowed just too much. I don't know what's with him. Besides that, it's pretty nice. I just really enjoyed it back then. I just wish the game developers can make like the developer in the game could just make it so you can actually evolve your Pokemon. I mean, they have Terra, they have Infernape, and they have Empoleon, but you have a Grottle, a Monferno, a Prinplup, and then you have like the Gen 1 starters, but like they have this the evolution of it. So you have Ivysaur, Charmeleon, and Wartortle. I had a really bad time to selecting my team, and they were pretty complicated to even like select a team because there weren't many that good Pokemon to choose from. So yeah, especially when they didn't have any moves that can set up or anything like that. They're just random moves in general. So yeah, I don't know. Besides that, after that, we sort of grew a little tired, but then I found something even stronger and something probably that actually liked it, like made liking Wii a lot more than you think of people. Um, I came up with this game called Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and this game, mwah, this game was mwah, and better than what we get the Ultimate Smash Bros. It's just kind of like I honestly love this game. In general, this is probably one of my favorite Super Smash Bros. Games and my favorite potential Wii game. I had a really fun time playing this game with my brother and my family, obviously. I always used to pick the Pokemon trainer because, you know, Pokemon is my thing. And my brother, he always usually pick Pit or the yellow skin or custom Pit. And we usually just play around, see who would win. I often win, he wins sometimes, and you know, we just play all around and just see how long we'll able to win over each other. Then we got the subspace, and subspace was like, it's just me just doing this the right thing. This right here is the it's my favorite in the history. I'm doing a little bit of Markiplier meme, kind of like that, but not exactly because I can't really fully do it. I don't know exactly why. But still, this game was pretty enjoyable. It may have not been, it's not 100% not awful. I'm not sure if anyone disliked this game or not, but I certainly liked it. I know some old content creator like this used to make content out of this game. So, yeah, it was a big blast to see some old characters were finally useful. Well, there were some that were just bad in general. There were some that were okay. But besides that, do you guys actually like Super Smash Bros? Let me know in the comments below. But besides that, there were some other games I think I had, but I forgot which one I had. I could bunch of. I probably will able to if I will rewatch this video and then I ended up just like, oh wait, I remember I used to play this game. Then I might come back in the future commenting which game it was. Let me know in comments, Mr. Lucky Luke, in the future which game it was. But besides that, those were pretty much my Wii games that I used to play back then. We had to sell it because no one was really much playing it, and you know, it was pretty nice. You know, it was really relaxing, and I actually used to see how many wins I can go through. I tried to even beat my very first level 9 Mario NPC, and it didn't work out for me. I got wrecked. So, yeah, I certainly had some fun time playing this game, and I certainly hope some people will come back and try it out. It's definitely useful. It's probably a pretty fun game to play. But of course, once the Wii ended, then I had to start making some other games, and eventually, my Xbox was the revival game, and yeah, I had a fun time starting to play games. Now, one thing about the whole Buzz Juniors and the Wii game was the fact that I actually never really had any online game like friends I actually played with. I only played with my family only because I didn't really have any way to connect any people around the world because I was too young back then, so it wasn't really much games I could play that I had a lot of or I had some people that I allowed to talk to. Um, so yeah, but let's just start with the first. Let's just do this real quick. Sorry, I just had to change it to the Xbox. Just something that has related to Xbox. Now, back when I was obviously a lot younger, I used to play plenty of random stuff. The first time I actually played Minecraft, for example, I didn't know what Minecraft really had it worked out. I mean, I only played the simple custom world with a castle and random loot world where you just have like a very, very not so wide world and you're just stuck in this invisible wall. I just bit my tongue, sorry. And yeah, didn't really have any friends and online. I didn't have that stuff, so I could only play with myself. That was pretty much it. I only played it with creative mode. I only played it on peaceful because I was scared of mobs. I think I got jump scared with one of the zombies one time, and I got so scared I didn't want to play Minecraft again because it gave me the chills. um, but yeah, still, Minecraft was probably one of my biggest creation also when I didn't have any internet. But when I did have internet, that's when Minecraft started to try to grow on me, a lot. I started to learn how to defend myself, how to play this game. I started to learn how to actually experience Minecraft, and just general I had a fun time. Um, you know, there were some funny moments when I started playing this, and some of them were just okay. I was about to say something there, but I kind of forgot for a second. I was gonna say there actually something there, but I can't remember. God, oh, wait, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna end up forgetting. I remember it later. Yeah. Now, Minecraft was one interesting game. I had plenty of time to explore the game and play on peaceful with inventory, keep your inventory. But that was starting to feel lonely because I was playing alone. It wasn't really fun. And when I noticed that people can make friends in online, I started to eventually wanted to get some friends. Eventually, I think I could be wrong. But I had a lot of other games as well, including PvZ Garden Warfare, PvZ Garden Warfare, the first one. Um, that one was a very fun game. I could give you guys the image of it, but trust me, guys, it's gonna only take a few seconds to explain. PvZ was a pretty fun, relaxing game with you can just strategize and use the plans. You couldn't really play as the zombies really much because you only could play the garden ops on the first one with plants only, and then you could only play the zombies on multiplayers. There wasn't really much to do there. You could rank up, you can level up your plants and stuff, but besides that, after that, you can also get the skins of certain or not skin. You can get the certain elements, all the elemental plants. There were some that were just rather quite good. Most of the fan favorite ones were the fire or the toxic elemental plants, and there was the average. Um, I think that was which one was the most powerful one in the zombie side? Oh, wait, no, that was the dolphin scientist. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that was the strongest zombie in the game. I could be wrong. I could be wrong in general. My favorite was the Chomper, and I just really liked it just in general. Besides that, yeah, I didn't really make too much. I couldn't make really much friends because I think I didn't have. No, I don't think I didn't even have a. I didn't think I have an Xbox microphone or even have a way to connect them. So I could only message them probably back in the day. But what game I could talk was in. Sorry about that. I had to do a little bit of huge cut. My other face cam or the camera was just keep wobbling, almost keep falling off all the time, and you know it was just getting a little annoying there. But I finally got to fix it thanks to someone here, my stepdad. Thank you so much. Um, and yeah, sorry, I had to do it. Like I said, I do a huge cut, and it was a little annoying. But now we're back. Now the game I was talking about was this game. Now this is Plant vs Zombie 2 or God of Warfare 2, and this by far was personally my favorite PvZ game ever. And this is where my career of actually gaming was starting to fill in. Now, I actually used to just play this game at first, just generally just want to play just for the fun of it. I started as a sunflower and then started to grow up my level cap, starting to get some skin. I unlocked some characters, made some of my very first friends in this game. Which, by the way, this is actually where I actually started to get my very first online friend. Her name was Winterstar as her account, but her name was Stella. I don't usually want to tell everyone's name and stuff, but I kind of feel like I need to get it out of the way. I mean, she doesn't gonna notice I said her name out loud. I think it's. I hope that's it. Is her name in Winterstar in her account? Doesn't matter. Now, she and I used to play just a little bit. I started to learn how to communicate, and I just wanted to see what just generally what was gonna be like to play with other people. And I started to even play with some of their friends, and eventually I grew making friends all over the world. And yeah, I I started to like this game as well. On top of it, um, she and I started playing more Minecraft, uh, more there and there. I started playing PvZ, then Minecraft, a little bit back and forward after getting my online, obviously, because you can't play this game if you don't have online in general. Or at least that's what I think by EA logic. So yeah, I actually liked it a lot. Um, I am about to feel like I'm about to have another stroke there, so I'm just gonna move on to the next sentence now. Um, yeah, this is one special game that I really like. And even then, actually, you know what, guys? I don't usually do this, but you know what this game is? It's called PvZ God of Warfare 2. And normally I don't like to do this. I was actually had a huge hard time deciding whether if I should have it sold or I should keep it. I had a very hard time deciding it, and this was really pressuring me because, having a very old like a game for me, it's pretty rare. I even kept some of my Wii games before I completely forgot about them and I had to sell them because mom did want me to keep them. I think so. Or at least maybe they're underneath my bed. I don't know, but yeah, I have really really had a fun time. Especially there was actually one game I made it up. I actually really liked to play it with my little brother, and this was just called the Citron race or something like that, where I just play as a Citron and just be in the ball form and just try to run away from my little brother while he tried to kill me. It was so ridiculous, and I had a very fun time actually playing in general. I think he played most likely as an imp, and then he plays sometimes the foot soldier, the all stars, and yeah, it generally just it was very fun for me to play, and I really liked it. And after that, I started playing other random games that started having a lot of connections with other people around the world, trying to have a conversation around the world, see what games they like. I started like randomly playing like from Cuphead to Human Fall Flat, um, to any online game really in general that made me like any online game. I think I even had actually did I used to play GTA? I think I also used to play GTA 5 on that Xbox. I think I did. Did I? I think I did. I could be wrong. But yeah. Besides that, I think that's it. Really, I really had a lot of fun time with most games, and you know, I had a lot of fun time playing with each character. In the zombie side, my boy with super brains, and the scientist was always my goat. Citron and the pea shooter and the chomper was just there to support. But then again, I usually like to play as a supporter, like the sunflowers often. The weird thing is, I never played as a rose. I never really liked the rose too much, and Captain Briny Beer was okay. Not, it was a questionable character, but still fun. But besides that, I think that's pretty much it for my long and weird story. Not sure if anyone followed the entire story. If anyone followed the entire story, let me know in comments below if you actually understood any of this. I could have talked probably a lot of gibberish and stuff, but that's just me. And with that, that is pretty much it for me. So, wow, this video turned out to be a little different, and I felt a little happier to make this video. You know, at first in this video, I felt like, yeah, guys, hey guys. But now, after sharing with y'all this little video, I guess I feel a little happier now. You know, I'm feeling a little, I just kind of brought a little smile into my face, you know, just felt nice. And, yeah. I don't know, I just felt a little bit happier to share with y'all this kind of information. So, yeah, that is pretty much it for me. Again, guys, if you didn't understand any of this video, you don't have to watch. You didn't have to. You didn't have to watch till the end, if you must. But then again, if you did, then congrats. But yeah, sorry, I just saw someone random in the back. But yeah. My next video, I guess I might make it this week. I kind of am slowly recovering a little bit faster than I expected. I thought it was going to take at least like a month or so to move on, but I guess this finally Xbox of mine is finally moving on. And as for my dad's computer, it feels very empty in there. I might switch my computer and move it over there. I could be maybe wrong, but I don't know. But besides that, that is pretty much it for me, guys. Again, guys, thank you guys for listening to this whole little this little story of mine. If you want to, consider liking the video. If you want to, feel free to comment anything that happened in this video. Feel free to just say anything general to just say it out of the way. And let me know again, guys, what was your most precious stuff you had to throw away in order to continue a little journey of surviving reality? Because money, again, is just money. Which is why I don't like money, you know, in general. I mean, how many people like money in general? Like, do you guys actually like money, or do you just prefer something else? I don't know. But besides that, that is all for for this entire video, I guess. I guess this whole long 1 hour video probably was, I'm pretty sure it was like an hour video. And yeah, we'll see y'all in the next video. I'm probably gonna feel a lot more happier than I expected, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little happy already, but man, 15-year-old game I had and I enjoy. Now is moving on. From PvZ, or from Buzz Joiner to a Wii to an Xbox. Wow, it's really crazy. I had a lot of fun time playing those games. But now, what will happen now? Did you guys have any of these games that you were a kid? Did you have games that you really wanted to, any console games that you really enjoyed but you had to throw away? Or just you kept them as part of memories? I don't know. Besides that, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. We're almost at 400 subscribers. We're just 11 more to go, and then we hit 400 subscribers, and that'll be really appreciate if you guys could do it for me. You know, I never expected 400 will be this year, but again, I kind of expected to hit at least 450, probably around near December, but I guess 400 is getting this March, maybe. Actually, probably this, maybe it's October or June or July or something like that. I'll probably get 400 when that happens. But besides that, that is it for me. Thank you guys for watching today's video. And as always, I'm Mr. Lucky Luke. And I'll see you guys in the future video content. Means just a few days until the next video. I don't know. Try to sound something odd there, but yeah. Take care, boys and girls. And as always, stay lucky out there and take care.